They went out
Okay, but where?
to a strip club.
Do you think a woman touched Gino?
It was a bachelor party. I'm sure he got touched.
He got touched.
I'm sure.
I think, I've been slow in the process of transitioning from being single for years to having a girlfriend, and the relationship I have being long distance. It's not made it any easier to make all the right decisions at all times.
¿Tú me tienes confianza a mí?
Eso es la problema.
Ah, el problema. Es el problema.
Eso es la problema.
Si tú quieres confianza, dame confianza, ¿me entiendes? Sencillo, fácil. ¿Cuál es el problema? No te escucho.
Hey everybody, welcome back to 90 Fiance. So we're on season 10, episode 7, and we're gonna start off with Jasmine. So remember in the last episode, she found lip gloss in Gino's car, threw a fit, got dropped off, and now is in the corner crying. So now in this episode, she is still in that same corner crying. So the producers go and talk to Gino, and he's like, she found lip gloss in my car, but I've never been with another girl other than Jasmine, I promise. And to be honest, I feel like he's telling the truth. Like, why is he trying to risk his life knowing damn well how crazy Jasmine is? So they talk, and Jasmine wants to go home, and just as things are finally de-escalating, they start having a screaming match again. So Gino's trying to calm her down, and Jasmine's just having an emotional breakdown. And so we find out that she has abandonment issues from her dad when she was young, and because of that, she felt like since her own dad rejected her, then why would any other man want to be with her? And the whole thing is just a very sad situation.
And it's hard for me to trust on a man telling me, I love you and you're pretty and you deserve love, because I never had that. Why would you love me? Why I deserve that if I have never had it?
So they get in the car, and Gino tries to reassure her a bit more, but she's obviously still upset. So now they're back at home, and it's kind of been like a couple of days, and Jasmine's still not over it. So while cleaning the house, Jasmine finds a whole bunch of stuff that she's ready to use as ammunition against Gino in a fight. And I might sound crazy while saying this, but I'm kind of siding with Jasmine here, because why do you keep a whole bunch of stuff from your ex-wife? Like, I feel like it doesn't make sense, because he's 54 and he's keeping stuff from his ex-wife that was more than 14 years ago. Either he's still holding on to her, or he's just weird, because how don't you just naturally throw away all of that stuff? Like, what would you guys do? Because I know for a fact I would just throw away all my ex's stuff. I wouldn't keep that shit. Like, what? So now Jasmine is finding and reading old love letters, a card saying how much the ex loves him and how much he turned her on, a book about different positions, and Jasmine is only mad at this one because they only use one position. And this one is random, but she found a notebook of him learning one Spanish word, and it's the word bitches in Spanish. Like, what the hell, Gino? So Jasmine then shows us how she found out what his ex's dog looks like, and it looks just like Coco. But my only thing here is, why did they blur out the dog? Like, there is literally no reason to blur out the dog. So Gino comes home, and he bought so many gifts for Coco, and Jasmine's just staring at him. Like, he doesn't even notice the stuff on the table. So Jasmine tells him to sit down, and he finally sees all the stuff, and he just tells her that they are all old stuff. Jasmine's like, why are you keeping it? And he said that he just forgot to throw it out. So Jasmine shows him the 40th birthday napkin, and he's like, it's a reminder of the fun night. Jasmine rips it up and throws it at him. And I don't know, I kind of feel like she was doing too much in that situation. I wouldn't have done that. So Gino says that it's common to keep things from your past relationships. But I'm like, earlier you said that you forgot to throw it away, so now you're just contradicting yourself. But then Jasmine walks away, and I'm like, oh, that's new. She never does that. So now she's at the salon with Michelle, and I can't believe that they actually hit it off. So now they're chit-chatting, and Jasmine brings up the love letters and how it made her so mad. And Michelle says that her husband has kept some of his old ones too, and she's completely okay with it. Like, I'm actually so shocked. Do people keep, like, love letters from their past relationships? Like, I know for a fact I would just throw it away because it's over, but is that a normal thing people do, or does it, like, depend on each person? Like, if you had a good relationship with them, you would keep them, and if you had a shitty relationship with them, you would throw it away. Really? No, I feel like it's just weird both ways, because why would you keep that? You guys are not lovers anymore. Why would you keep that? So Michelle recommends a girls' night and for them to have some fun since Gino had a bachelor party. And Jasmine's like, huh? And Michelle's like, oh, he didn't tell you? Like, girl, you know damn well he didn't tell her. Oh, she's messy. I love that. I love that. So Michelle said that they went out to a strip club and the girls were definitely touching him.
To a strip club.
Just looking at them dancing, or they are touching them? Do you think a woman touched Gino?
It was a bachelor party. I'm sure he got touched.
He got touched.
I'm sure.
And Jasmine looks like she's gonna burn everything down. But is going to like a strip club cheating? because I feel like this is something normalized in America. I hate it. Like, I wouldn't want my partner to do that. But I feel like everybody's different. Good luck though, because I wouldn't like that one bit. You know what? But then I was thinking, what if I had it? Okay, so that's where Jasmine's segment ends. Now it's time for Sophie and Rob. So Rob and Sophie decide to meet and talk things out. He gets out of his car and he only has one rose. Not even a bouquet, just one rose. And she's not even impressed. Like, look at her. So after some nonsense rambling, he said that those things that he did was just some BS online shit. Like, yeah, BS that you touched yourself, recorded it, and sent it back. Like, let's be honest, do you know how pissed he would be if Sophie did the same shit that he did, but to other guys? Like, Rob would lose his shit. So, he just pisses me off. So Sophie tells him that he already did this before, and if he did it again, then she would leave him. And Rob is all quiet because, right, what do you have to say for yourself? And at this point, it looks like a mother berating her child. So blah blah blah, Sophie tells him everything she's been feeling, like how she got nowhere to go, and all she asked for him was just for him to be loyal. Rob basically puts the blame on her, saying that if she was there instead of in another country, then he wouldn't have cheated.
Trying to be with somebody from another country is hard. It's not easy. If you were in my life all the time, then it would have been easier. I'm not trying to talk to nobody else. I'm not trying to be with nobody else.
I know.
You guys, sometimes I wish I could just grab him and shake him. So now Rob is like, didn't I say sorry? Didn't I say sorry already? Ugh, I already gave up on this guy. Like, he is so shitty. Like, I can't stand him. And I already know Sophie's getting back with him. So at this point, I'm just waiting for her to get her green card and then leave him, because he doesn't deserve her. He really doesn't. So Sophie forgives him, but only because that's her only option. Rob's excuse for cheating has now changed. He says that it's because it took him some time to adjust from being single to not being in a relationship, and the stink that Sophie gives him is so funny because the audacity of this man. So they make up, and I guess it's all good now. Okay, now for Ashley and Manuel. So they're still in therapy. Ashley says that she feels like a secret and his kids don't even know about her. Manuel says that they will meet when the time is right, but the therapist basically said that now would be a great time for them to introduce each other. And I honestly feel like Manuel has no intention of introducing his kids to Ashley and vice versa. Like, it's not gonna happen. So Manuel basically said that Ashley got anger issues, and the way that his kids talk, they might make her blow up on them. But how do your kids talk? Because if they're disrespectful, then it's your job as the parent to correct them, because there's no way a logical adult will be yelling at children for no reason. So then we find out that Manuel has an obligation to send $250 to his family, and this is something he did not discuss with her. He just sprung it up on her. Like, you do not work, so obviously it's not you sending the money, it's Ashley.
You can't work, so I am being required to do it. So when were you going to have a conversation with me about what it is you were promising others in my name?
And you guys, I'll be so pissed, because being a victim of having like relatives in another country, $250 becomes $400. $400 becomes a car becomes a house becomes, can you pay my student loans, my tuitions, can you pay for all my needs, plus give me some spending money? Like, it never ends. And the worst thing about it is they're never grateful, okay? Never ever grateful. So, well, most of them, some of them are, but run, okay? Ashley, when I say run, you gotta run. So in the end, Ashley says that she will work on her reactions, and Manuel says that he will also work on letting her in. Like, okay, that's not gonna happen. So now they're at the restaurant talking about how the therapy went. Manuel felt like it was good for Ashley, but it didn't really help him. And I guess he's still very much against it. He feels like it's a childish thing, and that as adults that we can find our own solutions and not have somebody else fix it. But I highly disagree, because just like how we need doctors for when we're hurt physically, we need therapists when we're hurt mentally. But I guess in his culture, that's not really normalized, so I can kind of see where he's coming from. Manuel then says that's not a part of their country, and that all they need to do as husband and wife is to talk. But he says that every time he and Ashley do talk, she doesn't really listen to him. But I'm thinking, how do you expect her to listen to you when you act like this?
¿Tú me tienes confianza en mí?
Eso es la problema.
Ah, la problema. Es la problema.
Eso es la problema.
Si tú quieres confianza, dame confianza, ¿me entiendes? Sencillo, fácil. ¿Cuál es el problema? No te escucho.
Like, this is what I mean when I say he is so annoying. Like, this guy is literally so annoying. So they leave and they solve nothing, and he decides to walk home. Oh my gosh, Ashley, why would you stay with this man? Doesn't he kind of act like childish? Like, do you guys sense, like, he acts really childish. Anyways, that's the end of this video. Let me know some of your thoughts in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.